Um, Hello, everyone. This is a follow-up video. Yeah, I know there's a huge mess back there on my kitchen table, which is basically a storage area at this point. Anyway, so my last video I was talking about unexpectedly finding out I was pregnant, right before turning, and my son just walked in the house. Yeah.
I want to play with Dorothy who lives across the street. What?
You will watch for cars before you cross the street, okay?
What's that?
That's my phone.
Why are you taking a picture?
Say hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Go play.
What are you doing?
I'm making a video.
Of what?
Me.
No, we're not.
Talking.
Hello, baby shark.
I love my kids.
See, girls, that are across the street playing with Dorothy and I'm not playing with them.
Anyway, so what I was saying is, my last video I was talking about having just found out I was pregnant and right before turning 47 years old, and thinking that it'd be pretty cool to do a vlog series on stupid fly being my age and pregnant. I had gone in for a 7-week scan and there was a baby in. A little tiny thing right there. That was the baby. Somewhere between my 7-week checkup and 9 weeks, I lost the baby. And my doctor warned me that would possibly happen for 2 reasons. 1, because my age, and 2, my progesterone levels were in the tank. For people who don't know, in order to have a successful pregnancy, you need to have good progesterone levels. And I know that my age, I'm higher risk for miscarriage despite having 3 healthy pregnancies. One of which I was 38, turned 39 right before the child was born, and that was my 2nd pregnancy. My last pregnancy, I had the baby the year I turned 45. So I have miscarried, and I'm struggling with that. I know I'm not the only woman out there who's gone through a miscarriage, but it's not something we talk about, and I guess part of the reason is because it's just so painful. I mean, this was our baby, and yeah, so just in case anybody out there actually watches my videos, I just wanted to give you an update that there is no baby. I lost the baby somewhere between 7 weeks and 9 weeks gestation, and it was horrible, and I don't ever want to go through anything like that again, and I wouldn't wish that on anyone. But I'm struggling. I'm struggling with the way I feel. Every day is a little different. I have good days, and then I have some really crappy days. Today's a crappy day. And I go in on, today is, what, Saturday? I go in 2 days, which will be the 26th of October, 2020, for my follow-up. So I actually posted that video around the time when I was miscarrying, the previous video. I honestly don't even know how many weeks along I would be right now. because I'm trying to put it out of my mind. Yeah, I think the 5th was the miscarriage. Or at least that's when I went and had a scan done. I'm trying to remember, because it's all been a whirlwind. In case you're wondering what I'm looking at, I have a calendar over here. And I'm plugged in, so I can't really move too far. Oh, come on, calendar. I had to tape it. August 31st, I found out I was pregnant, and that would have been 4 weeks. So, 5, 6, 7 weeks was when I went into my doctor. That would have been September 21st, the day after I turned 47. 8 weeks was the 28th. Yeah, the 5th was when it was confirmed that the baby wasn't there. October 5th confirmed, baby was gone. So I go in on Monday for my follow-up appointment with my doctor. I know Carrie Underwood has the song Cry Pretty, but the only way I could possibly cry about this is to cry ugly, and I don't want anyone to see that. As much as my husband and I were not expecting to have any more kids, we were looking forward. We were looking forward to having another baby, to adding to our family, filling our quiver. So, all of our children are sad for us. Our youngest son is the one who's, I think, out of all the kids, the most disappointed. And our youngest daughter doesn't understand. She's only 2.5. I've been trying to occupy my mind with going through things and getting rid of clothing we don't need, getting rid of toys we don't need, getting rid of books we don't need. I'm trying to clean out my baking supply closet because I've got way too many baking supplies and I don't want them to expire before they get used. So there's going to be a lot of cake baking and bread making over the next few weeks, I think. Well, holidays are coming up anyway, so I might as well bake something. Maybe I'll make a pumpkin spice cake. Got plenty of cake flour. And yes, those are mostly cast iron. Woo! So I've got, that one is Revereware. I've got a couple of Revereware pots over here with the cast iron one in the middle. But yeah, we mostly use cast iron. This is really weird watching myself. But not to change the subject, in case anybody is wondering, that rack that they're hanging from, it's made by Calphalon, and I love it. And if we ever get to move out of this house, which I hope and pray happens, that will be going with us. That rack is an absolute disaster and disorganized mess, mostly because we just kind of chuck things on it. Yes, that is a coffee grinder up there. I've used it to grind coffee. That's what it's for. But I'm just trying to distract myself so I don't start crying again. But again, so I'm going to go see my doctor Monday, have a conversation with him wish my husband could go, but because of this whole stupid COVID-19 garbage, you can't have your husband go with you, even though it's going to be a really hard conversation. I'm probably going to need to go through all kinds of interesting blood work and ultrasounds, etc., so on and so forth, and have the conversations with the doctor, have the conversations with my husband as well, and determine whether or not we want to give it another go or if we're going to just say forget it. One thing my husband has been trying to remind me is that God has a plan through all of this, even in the hardest of heartbreaks. And it's been really hard for me anyway, knowing, yes, God does have a plan, and yes, He is with you in the darkest of dark and the lightest of light, and even in the in-betweens where everything is somewhere between muddy and not so muddy and starting to clear up. It's still like, maybe I don't want to hear that God has a plan. Maybe I just need to be upset and grieve for a while. It was an unexpected pregnancy, but it was a child that was wanted. Speaking of which, there's no such thing as an unwanted child. And anybody out there who tells me that that's not true is a liar. I know enough people who are going through fertility treatments and not being able to carry because for some reason or another, unsuccessful fertility treatments. So don't tell me there's such thing as unwanted children. That's a load of bullshit. And I don't normally curse, but that's just absolutely a load of bullshit. So, that being said, I'm going to sign off and make myself a cup of tea.